Good morning class. I welcome you all to your grammar class. And in today's video, we are going to learn about active and passive. In the previous video also I have explained you about active and passive, but we have seen the general things about it. Now exactly we are going to learn the things like in which tense how we are going to change the sentence from active to passive voice. Before knowing or learning these, I'll be explaining you few points in which you will come to know when prepositions are, when prepositions are used, what you have to do in that, when you have personal pronouns, what you have to do in that, and interrogative it is, then what. Like all these things we are going to learn with the help of these examples which I have written on the board for you. Let's begin. When you will turn page number 65, you will find these things there in lesson number 9. So we are going to begin active and passive, lesson number 9. This is continuation of the lesson. Personal pronouns. Children, we all know personal pronouns indicate the things like I, me, we, us. All these are your personal pronouns. Now, when we are changing from active to passive voice, then how these personal pronoun changes, these are the things which you have to keep in mind while changing the sentence from active to passive. If these things you are not knowing, then definitely the sentence won't be correct. So you have to be sure with the personal pronouns, like if the word in the active voice is I, then in the passive it will be me. Same way, you will remain you in both the cases, active voice and passive voice. Then he in the active voice, when it is he, you will have him word in the passive voice when you will change. Same way, she will change into her, it will change into it only, there won't be any change, it will remain same. We will change into us, they will change into them. These are the general things which I have written for you so that you can understand. We have many more like this, okay? So let's have an example with the word I. How it will change from I to me. Let's see. See, one example I have written for you. This is regarding your personal pronoun. This is the first point in page number 65. Sometimes we may have a personal pronoun for the subject or the object in the sentence. While changing the voice, it says you have to handle that thing very carefully. See, I helped my friend. This is an active voice I have written for you. When I am changing this into passive voice, I have explained you in the previous video, the things changes like object will become our subject and subject will go in the place of object. So, my friend is object here. I will take it as subject when I am turning it to passive voice. Then are. From where I have picked this word are? This is an auxiliary or a helping verb which I have told you we use it. I have taken are because it is talking about friends. Means we have number of friends. That is why I have used are. Then since it is help, means it is in your present tense. That is why I have used are. But we know that when I have to turn this into active from active to passive voice, what I will do? I will take the third form. This is the base form. I will take this in the third form, helped. This is the third form of the verb which I have told you when we are changing from active to passive, we have to, this is compulsory, we have to take the third form of the verb. So I have taken it, and by is your preposition. I have told you me. What I wanted to make you understand was me. How, from where this word me has come? In the subject we had I, but when I am changing into, when this is coming in the place of object, how it has turned into me? It is according to the rule. I will change into me. Okay, same way you can keep on practicing the sentences which are having these words and you will understand how these words will change into the ones which I have written for you. The second point in your book is what happens when prepositions are there. Second point says sometimes the active verb is followed by a preposition. This preposition is retained, means will be there while changing the verb from active to passive voice. You will not change or you will not remove it, but the prepositions are going to be there. How? The example is here. We are learning when you have prepositions in the sentence. A nurse looks after this little girl. This is an active voice. Now when I want to change into passive voice, everything is same. Object will become subject. This little girl was your object. I think you all know this. I don't have to highlight all the time. Object will become subject. This little girl is. From where I have taken this word is, because we are talking about one girl. Here we were talking about friends. We had many. So I had used are. But here it is only about a single girl. That is why I have used is here. And why only is? Why not was? Because it is in the present tense. So is and look is your main verb here. So this main verb will change into third form of the verb, that is looked. Third form of the verb look is looked. And see, if I ask you, can you make out where is the preposition in the sentence? Will you be able to? The word after. The word after is your preposition. See, we have not excluded that from the sentence. We have it. Looks after, here it was looks after. But when I have changed into passive voice, it will be looked and then after by a nurse. By we add to make a sentence, to give a sentence a beauty, and it is generally used, I have told you. By whom? By a nurse. By a nurse. It was subject. Now here it is object. Any difficulty till here? I am sure you must have understood. Now the next point says that if an interrogative sentence is being changed into passive, then it will retain its interrogative form. If your sentence is in interrogative form, if it is asking a question, and if you want to change into passive voice, you will not change anything. The question will remain question. How? This is the way. Interrogative form, okay? Example. Am I disturbing you? This is one of the questions. Am I disturbing you? Now, you is your object. This is your verb. And this is your subject. Am I? Now, what I have done, we have taken are you. Being is used to give the sentence exactly the correct way. Disturbed is the third form, and by whom you are getting disturbed? By me. Here it was I. Now see, again you can relate this here, I, and I have used me. So this is giving you exactly, it is asking you the same question. We have not changed anything. Same question is being asked. Only the thing is we have changed few things and the sense of the statement is same. When I am talking about the fourth point which is in the book, it says subject not very important. I have given a heading. If in the sentence, subject is not very important. It is not very important to tell you about the subject. Then what it can be? Suppose example 1, somebody stole my watch. Now who is this somebody? We exactly have no idea who is this somebody. Means if this somebody, since we are not knowing, if we will not mention in the sentence also, then also it will not have any effect on it. So what we will do when we are changing from active to passive voice? This is passive voice. This is active voice. My watch, object will change into subject. Was. Why we have used was? Because it is stole, and stole is past tense of the word steal. So, stole, that is why was, and third form is stolen. This is third form of the verb. And was is showing you that it is a helping verb which is used. Why we have taken was? Because it is in the past tense. Can you see this? Can you? Now you must be thinking why I have not used the word like what I could have used by somebody. Do you think is there any need of adding this? If my sentence is without this, then also my sentence is complete. Because when I will add by somebody, the watch was stolen by somebody, then also we are not getting any particular name of the person who has taken. So if I will exclude also that somebody has done it, then also my sentence is complete. My watch was stolen. By whom? Even I don't know, and there is no need also to describe that who has done it. So that is why there is no need for using by whom. It means I have excluded the subject in it. These things are clear to you. Now you will turn your page and we are going to learn about passive voice of tenses. We all know that we have so many tenses. The main ones are present, past and future. Isn't it? Today we are going to see only simple present, simple past and simple future. Then after that we will see in other videos we are going to learn more about that. When I am talking about passive voice of tenses, firstly we are having simple present tense, okay? This can be said as present indefinite tense also. Simple present tense can be said as present indefinite tense. Now, I will be writing one example for you so that I can explain you this. They, first example I have taken from your book, games. They play games. When we will look at the verb here, play is verb, action word. We can see that play is in present tense. This is in simple present tense, okay? So we can make out that this sentence is in simple present tense. These things I think you know. When here we have plural, then of course we will have the base form and we will not add s or es to the verb and so on. So it says, this sentence you take it as it is in the active voice. Now I want to change the same sentence into passive voice when my sentence is in simple present tense. Then let's talk about these three things first quickly. Subject, verb, and this is object. Shall we do it? Then let's come. Games. Then since it is the word play and it is in present tense, so here we have games. We will use are. If it would have been game, then we would have used is. But since it is games, plural, so I will be using plural here. Games are, then play is there. So we will have the third form of the verb, that is played. And by whom? By they. If you remember, I have written the personal pronoun they will change into them. So games are played by them. That is why I have given you a small chart here so that you can memorize that. I would like you all to note down that somewhere so that whenever you are changing, you can change accordingly. So see how beautiful it has changed. Game, it was earlier your object, now it is your subject. Are is your helping verb. which is used. Then this is your third form of the verb. By is your preposition, which I have told you we generally use. Them is your object now, which earlier was your subject. Can you see how the thing changes? If I want to put a formula to it, what will be the formula of simple present tense? It will be subject plus is, am, are, then third form of the verb and followed by its object and all, plus by and your plus object. So here this way you can say this is the formula when you are changing from your simple present statement when it is in the active voice to the passive voice. This is my passive voice. Let's do the another one. When I am talking about simple past tense, simple past tense, then let's write one example. The example is, I have taken from the book. The second one I have taken, I have taken a question from there. Did the maid break the jug? Break the jug? Question mark, since it is your interrogative. Did the maid break the jug? This is an active voice. What will be the passive voice? What will be the passive voice of it? Let's do in the same manner. Did the maid break the jug? Did is added just because we are asking question. Actual sentences, the maid break the jug. So let's divide it. This is your subject. This is your verb. This is your object. What is broken by the maid? It is what? The jug. So this is your object, isn't it? So we will bring it here. The jug. But can you see I have not started with the capital. Why? It means I have to add something. Since it is did, where this did will go? If I will take all these words, where this will go? I have to use some word for this also here because I want to make it a question. So since did is used for showing something in the past, so we will be using was. This is also a word shows past tense. So here now your sentence is correct. We will begin with was the jug. The word break we have. Break is it in which tense? Can you tell me? Yes, it is simple. But since the did is used, means it is taken as a past. Was the jug broken? Break, broke, broken. And by whom? By the maid. By the maid. And question mark. This is your passive voice. This is your passive voice. See how I have changed. Was, because it was did. The jug, here I have taken object in the place of subject. Broken, was already taken here, okay? Your helping verb is already here. So you are not going to add the helping verb again in the sentence. What we will be doing? We will just take the third form of break, that is broken. By is your preposition which we use. Then the maid was your subject. So I have made it object in the passive voice. These two things are clear to you. Now we will switch to the future tense, that is simple future. Future tense. When I am talking about simple future tense, what I will be doing, we know future tense means something which will be in the future, what we are going to do in the future. The first example I have taken, I will learn the history lesson today. Example, I will learn the history lesson today. Active voice change into passive voice. Let's take the object first. What is the object? I will learn. What I will learn? The history lessons. It means I have to begin from, and children, we will not leave any article. Whatever article is there in the object, we have to take it. If you will not take it, the sentence would be wrong. So our article the is there. So we will begin with the object, the history lesson. Yes, what is wrong with the history lesson? Will be you have to use, it is according to the formula, you have to use the word be with it. Will be or shall be according to the sentence. So we have used will be, and learn is your verb. Third form, make it a third form. Learned. And what? By whom? By me. When? Today. The history lesson will be learned by me today. If you want to see the formula, it is given in the book. Shall be or will be plus third form of the verb, like we have done. Third form, we have taken this shall be will be there, or will be, of course your subject will be there, then shall be or will be, then your third form of the verb, then your, what will be there? Here, what is me? Okay, if you have not understood, then see, me, I will have changed into me. It is your personal pronoun which is changed. This way you can make out. Earlier, I was your subject. Here it is your object. And when you have to learn it? Today. And we have used the word today. These are the simple tenses. Simple present, simple past, simple future. We have the formula in the book. You all underline that and try to learn them and try to practice more and more to understand these things. Thank you and have a nice day.